Hello again, everybody. Pliskin here with another episode of Off the Ice. Um, week 2 is finally over. Much better week for trades and whatnot. But it's going to be a short show. I don't have a whole lot. Nobody put anything in for Ask the Commish this week, and there's nothing really to talk about other than standings and whatnot. Um, I'm going to cut right into some clips that came in. I'm going to get this out of the way early in the show. The first one coming in from Tommy. Uh, I have to say this one hurts a little bit. It cuts a little close to home. Here we got we got my Avs against the Coyotes, and Tommy Boy just sneaking around everybody and just owning my entire roster there. So I'm not the most thrilled by this clip. I appreciate you
Fucking
submitting
go,
it, but you can
boys.
fuck yourself. Next up, we got some Ottawa clips. We got 3 clips. The first one is a little give and go play here. Very nice. And then followed by a big save by Matrix. Huge toe save, and one more for good measure. Why not? And then a little dipsy doodle play here by Reaper. A little bit of luck, a little bit of skill. Can't go wrong with both of those, right? All right, thank you for submitting those, guys. I want to get more of those, so please keep sending them in. I guess we'll just jump right into the standings this week. Let me see here. There we go. So we got East and West. We got Dallas and Arizona still holding it down in the West. LA is in the middle of the pack. The Avalanche are starting to climb. Calgary did not have a great week. They're falling, and San Jose is basically where we left them. They did get another win, I believe, this week, so that's at least one win per week for them. Not bad, not bad. Uh, in the East, Washington is still up there. We're expecting to see them be the go-to uh, challenge in the East. New Jersey and the Islanders are tough teams as well. They're up there with them. Toronto, surprisingly, not where I suspected they would be at the beginning of the season. They are underperforming, in my opinion. They're coming in fourth place, and then Ottawa and Montreal are pulling in the rear. Ottawa, Ottawa, I believe, would have been more successful as well. Then again, looking at the East, that is a pretty tough conference. There is not a lot of wiggle room, and you need teams to be on the bubble. So it's not really a knock against anybody in the East, but they are. I don't know if I could even say that they are underperforming because I don't think they are. I think it's just so stacked there that it's just anybody can be there. Anybody can be outside the playoffs at the moment. And the playoffs right now is top 4 in each conference. Looking at the league standings in general, uh, again, it's still the same pretty much as last week. The West are still controlling it. East are up there with them, but it's a good blend. There's no one conference dominating. um, this week's performance of top forwards. We see Beansy up there with 7 points per game all week. He had a great week with 56 points. Fleury's up there with him naturally, 50 points. And then the East represented with Freak Show, also known as Julian, 5.8 points per game. And it goes back to Dallas again with Yessi. Um, Dallas had a great week, clearly. Dallas and Washington, they have the best performing players all week. Islanders, Randy Marsh had a great week, 5.0. His line mate, Grammy, 3.8 points per game. And then we get some different teams here. New Jersey's True Legend with 3.3 points per game, and Reaper from Ottawa with 3.1 points per game. Here's a quick look at the current league leaders for forwards, top 10. Beansy's up there, Fleury's up there with him, Grammy. The usual suspects are still up there, it looks like. And with the week they had, they're probably not going to be moving anytime soon. Next up, we got the best or the top 10 of week 2 for defense, and I rated this based on the giveaway takeaway ratio. Basically, I added up the takeaways and interceptions and subtracted the giveaways. And these are the defensemen that top 10 defensemen that have performed the best with possession of the puck or getting possession of the puck. Um, we got Doug CBJ from New Jersey. He's got 13 points plus 13, big 68 giveaway takeaway ratio. Surprisingly, San Jose being in the position that they are, X is still performing very well considering he's got 8 points. He's minus 31, which is expected with the way the team is, but in all the other categories, he's got 92 hits and a plus 64. So he's still doing quite a lot of work for San Jose, regardless of how they're standing. Rich 2K from Ottawa, he had a big week, 40 giveaway takeaway ratio. Um, Ottawa's not performing up to par right now, which is why you're seeing negative 10s there. And then we got Dallas, you stupid, with 28 points and a 38 giveaway takeaway. Tyrell with a 32 takeaway, and he is plus 4. Curtis 14 points plus 18 with a 30 takeaway ratio. Extracts from New York uh, plus 12, only 4 points on the week, but he had a 29 bonus towards his puck possession. Jaguar Knight for Arizona, another low scoring week for him, 3 points, 28 ratio. And then Coffee Lidstrom for Calgary. He's got a minus 19. Calgary, again, is one of those struggling teams right now, but he's still producing with his puck possession of 27, giveaway takeaway. And then we have our Send Them Nudes, sorry. He's got 6 points, a plus 3, and he was 25 in the green for the giveaway takeaway ratio. Looking ahead at the top defensemen for the season thus far, and we still see Stupid up there with Doug, Curtis Harkov, Louis Deuce is up there. Now this is based on points. There's no sorting here by the ratio like I used in the previous one, but we got Prodigy up there as well. Stale Chips, Cuban, X is up there, still producing top 10, even though his team is struggling. And then we got Jaguar and Jagged wrapping it up at number 10. Sliding up to top 10 goalies for this week. Bufford up there again. You haven't seen him in that spot since he was an owner. But he is crushing it this week with an 87-84 save percentage, going 3-1. Peacekeeper up there going 2-0 with an 87-10 ratio, or excuse me, save percentage. Josh Duheim from Arizona going 2-1 with an 82 even. Knight for New Jersey going 4-2 with an 80.43% save percentage. Chad Kills with a 3-2 record of the week, and he's got a 80.41. Top Cheese Neon, he had a great first week. This week is still pretty good, but definitely not as good as his first week. He's going 8-0, which is great win-loss record with a percentage like that, you might think it has a little bit more to do with the team, but still 8-0 is a great thing to have. For Arizona, Polar, he's going 4-2 this week. Last week, 78.46%. Big trust for Washington. He had a losing record, 1-2, but still a respectable 77.14%. Matrix, which we saw a couple clips from him, he went 3-2 for Ottawa. He's just hitting the 73, just under 74%. And Achula for Washington, who went 3-1 with a 72.55%. Starts to get a little bit low around that area, but he's got a good team in front of him, so he's kind of in the same spot as um, Neon at the moment, who are seem to be somewhat underperforming from week one to week two, but their team is pulling off the wins for them still. Looking at the top 10 for the season, we got Bufford up there still. Um, we got Knight, top cheese. Polar still there. Chad holding his with 80. Chula a little bit better on the overall scale with 79.84. Big Tress up there, 78.5. Peacekeeper sneaks up in there with 75 even. And Josh Duhaime with a 74.42. And Icy Asylum for New York coming in there with 72.32. I believe that's what that says. Overall, good week for a lot of the goaltenders. Good performance by a lot of people in each of those categories. I liked what I see for the goaltending. There's definitely a lot of talent, and that's what we needed. We needed to spread it out a bit. There was too many seasons where we had maybe one or two goaltenders kind of holding it down, and that's not kind of what we want. We want to have it spread out. More quality goaltenders, the better. Um, so yeah, the only thing I got left to talk about, like I said, it's going to be a short one. I think we're only 13 minutes in here. I just kind of wanted to throw this one out there for something for you guys this week. Last night we would have had the show, but we had L Rookie trying out his first uh, Saturday night pucking. I wanted to call it late hot Saturday night pucking, but I guess that would have been a bit vulgar. Anyway, so he for taking on something and coming up with a concept like that last minute, literally it was last minute. I think he came up with it around like the idea of doing it around 2 p.m. and had to somehow throw it all together and get something working by 8. I think that's fantastic. It's not an easy thing to organize people, especially when you don't have many tools at your disposal. You're kind of just working within a system that's already in place that you don't really have any control in. So with that said, he did a fantastic job. Very happy for him that his first one went pretty well. Um, a few people not too happy with the final. Apparently, trying to win games is uncalled for, and and we should all just let people walk through us without playing defense. But we won't touch on that. I'm sure it's a very sensitive subject for many people. Um, I think he wants to do this every week. I know other leagues do it, and why not? It's not like it's a branded thing. I know there was one league member in particular, not league member, but someone from the other leagues that was a little bitter that he wanted to run something on the Saturday. And honestly, if you can make it work, do it. I'm looking forward to playing more. I enjoyed that one. He's going to have a lot of bugs to iron out. He's going to work on making it a little more organized and a little easier to draft with. We end up doing not a random, but a lobby type draft where we just picked people that were in the lobby and removed them as they were picked, which It worked. I was impressed because I'll be honest, when we were talking about it, I wasn't really sure how he was going to do it. And then when we got into that lobby, somebody asked him how we were going to draft, and he said, "Oh, we're just going to pick the people in the lobby." And right away in my mind, I'm like, "Shit, that's not going to work." But somehow it worked. He made it work. Yeah, he was ready for it. He had some idea. I didn't realize. I didn't even think about or taking people out of the lobby as they were picked. I thought that was going to get really ugly really fast, but he handled his own, so it worked out pretty good. The games were fun. But yeah, I'm looking forward to playing more. I know he's looking forward to playing more. Um, Beyond that, I think that's it for this week. I don't have much more to talk about. It was a quiet week for the most part, which is good. We like quiet every now and then. So please get your questions in because um, I know there's millions of questions. It could be anything, like not anything, but you know what I mean. It could be anything that league related or you know what? Send me questions that are not even league related. If you just want to know my opinion on shit, go ahead, send those questions in too. Because I there's a lot of times where I feel like having a conversation about something and nobody really wants to hear it. so yeah. If you want my opinion on certain things, feel free to ask that as well. It's in the Discord. Look for the area called Ask the Commish. Um, it's important also too that you know what that section is for. I think some people have used it as a legitimate way to ask me a question. And if it's an important question, don't ask there. Just ask me, directly because it could be weeks before I even get to that. Like I think there was maybe last episode we had a couple questions that were like over a month old. So if it's important, make sure you ask directly instead of going to that. That section is purely for this show as a segment. If you don't want your business being out here, then don't use that form as a communication tool. So yeah, that and get me some more videos, guys. I like seeing them. Maybe a little less of me or my team getting owned, but other than that, yeah, I guess I'll see you guys next week. Thank you and good luck.